us at kd-naturals.com today, where our products are inspired by the Most High and handmade with love.
Rise and shine to the morning light. Sister MJ brings the truth so bright. Health and nature in every sound. Feel the rhythm, let's get unbound. From our higher we get our power. Every herb, every healing flower. Sister MJ shows the way. Naturally living every day. Naturally you, naturally free, naturally living as God meant to be. Breathe the air that's fresh and pure. Nature's bounty is the cure. Sister MJ shows what's real in every word and every meal. From the mountains to the sea, every breath is harmony. Feel the beat and feel alive. With Sister MJ we thrive. Grains and fruits in every bite. Feel the energy, feel the light. Harmony in every part. Naturally you with all your heart.
Good evening, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Oh, good evening. Shalom, everyone. The devil is a liar. Yes, he is. He's a liar. Shalom. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening for another episode of Naturally You. Sister Tracy, Arapika, Shamaria, Nicole. Shalom, everyone. Well, I hope everyone had a wonderful week and things have been going well. I know the month is counting down to the end of August. We are looking for a 3-day weekend now. You know, they're holidays, and we have our holy days, and that will be on Sabbath, the blowing of the Feast of the Trumpets. Excited about that and looking forward to gathering with my family in Atlanta. And I hope wherever you are looking forward to that as well. I love the feast days because the Most High, He gives it with us. He gives it to us with food and fellowship, and just the bond is just so great. It's a wonderful time. And I'm going to be driving 4.5 hours to get there, but I always say the Most High is worth it. Tonight, we are going to do something a little different. We have talked about several different things. We've talked about the body, how we learn the body, what several of the organs do, how we interact with it when we have a response or an issue, how we can naturally interact with it to go to healing. And last week we talked about what was it? The inflammation, and we had lack of knowledge, and we had Ra'ash on, and it was just showing you that we can't continue in the state that we're in with the lack of knowledge. If we have the knowledge, it's time for us to act. It's an action-packed event. Our lives here, we're not here for our own purpose. We're here for the Most High's purpose and His glory. So, with the change of season coming on, I thought, okay, let's do something where we can have an idea. If you're not chronically ill, which last week was more about being chronically ill, how to heal and reset your body, get a baseline. And this week, we're going to just dive into what's in our backyard, what's in your store that you may be able to get at your farmer's market to help heal naturally. And then we brought in some recipes, and we're going to talk through some stuff because we know what causes dis-ease, and we know it's inflammation, it's mucus, it's blockage, it's stagnation, acidosis, and lack of circulation, constipation. We know all that. But what we want to do is have solutions, because we don't want to have something wrong and the first thing we do, we run to the white coats. And really, honestly, we need to stop that because they're not for us. And when I say that, and I'm generalizing, please, I'm generalizing. It's not everybody, but a lot of them, they want to put you on some kind of drug. And we're not in the days where we trust what's in their products, because we know it has snakes on it, and that whole pharmakia is all about the enemy. And we don't vibe with him. We vibe with the Most High. We dwell with the Most High. So, with the change of season, we want to ensure we are doing what we have in our self-care healing cabinet. So, we are sharing with you some of our hacks. These are some that I personally have used, and it works for me. And I could share other people's, but I'd rather share what I do so that if anyone has a question, I can say, yeah, I did it. Okay. So with that, I want to stop and shalom to Sister Vanita, Delightful Blends by V, featuring her wonderful blends. And then Sister Esteline, welcome to you as well. Okay, so let's take a look at what we are talking about tonight. Let's have our non-invasive healing hacks. And why I say non-invasive is because we want nature, we want the natural, we don't want toxins and chemicals added in. We want what the Most High gave us, because He gave us healing herbs. And we are going to use those for our healing. Okay. I am looking for my slide number 1. There we go. Our healing hacks. Non-invasive. Again, non-invasive, we know why. Because we want something that's not going, if you're taking medication, it's not going to contradict, uh, contradict what you're taking. But at the same time, this is more food. It's healing food for your temple. Okay. And last week we talked about the healing five, which are the chronic. I guess the best way to explain this is these are the five areas: our adrenals, our kidneys, our lymphatic, our endocrine, and our bowels are the key critical areas where we find the most diseases or dis-ease aligned to these organs. So we want to make sure we have nature's example to give us to heal. And by that I mean you're going to make a tea with any of these blends. You can use one, you can use two, you can use three, but understand that our body, when we take a drink of any liquid, it goes on our tongue first, and then it goes through our digestive system. But it takes about 15 to 30 minutes to go through. And the herbs strengthen and heal. It's like a support. If you broke your leg, you have a crutch. So these herbs are nature's crutch to help lift you up and restore you to natural health. And here is her email. If you'd like to have a conversation with her, tell her about your issues, and she will create a blend for you. She does create customized blends, as well as she does a great job just having a conversation about what she's foraging and everything, because I love that kind of stuff. Because going out into nature, picking what you need, coming in, harvesting it, making it whatever you need, and then delivering it to your customer. There's a satisfaction that goes with that. Okay, and our next one, we will move on to dandelion. And why dandelion? Well, dandelion, every part of this plant we can eat. It's for our healing. And the funny thing about dandelion, we see it. I'm a master gardener, and I went through the master gardener program years ago in Georgia. That's where I used to live. And in our gardening world, dandelion's a weed. But our definition of a weed is any plant out of place from where you want it to be. So dandelions pop up in the crack of the sidewalk. It comes up in your garden bed. It comes up wherever. And we're taught that, shoot it with some glyphosate, Roundup, which is a killer for a lot of things. But now that we know what we know, we embrace dandelion because every part of it is edible. Those flowers you can pick and put on your salad. Arapica, you're right. It's great in the salads. And it nourishes us. It nourishes us. Sister Dawn, Shalom, yes, please hit the like button. I need to get this information out to everyone. Shalom, my darling. And the dandelion, if you see a bunch of dandelions in your yard somewhere, know that it fixes the nitrogen in your soil. And if you pick them all out at the end of the season, know that soil is ready for planting. Nature has a way automatically. And this dandelion is very healing, as you know, the liver, the kidneys. It will fix your whole system. Your skin will be beautiful, weight loss, everything. It's right there in that dandelion. And we don't need to go look any further. But I will tell you, you may have to drink a little bit more water because it's coming in there like a washing machine, and it's scrubbing and a pulling and a tugging and a twisting. So you need to make sure that you are doing your part to, once it's doing its rubbing and scrubbing and fixing, you've got to flush it all out. It has to be flushed out of your system. Okay. Then we have our lovely adrenals, our fright and flight, our anxiety, our stress, our adrenals. That yellow part there is all about our adrenals. Let's look at that. There are specific herbs for it, and if you notice, you may see some bolded herbs. When I have a herb that's bold, it just notes that V's, Delightful Blends by V's, doesn't carry that. But if you request it, I believe she can get it in for you or give you another alternative. But the adrenal glands, to support them, we can use the chaste tree berry. The cleaver's herb is one I'm really loving. It's my first time using it. I'm truly loving that one because it's a powerhouse all by itself. And with the dandelion, it's like, tongue in cheek. They just go hand in hand. Rhodiola is excellent for supporting the adrenals. We have our astragalus, and we also have the adrenal. We have ashwagandha. However, these are some additional herbs. And if you don't have these in your self-care cabinet, you can buy, I believe it's 4 ounces, or maybe even less you can get. Just have it, and you can create your own blend. You know how we season up. We're the salt of the earth, so we have season. We have it naturally innate in us. So mix it up and just give it a try, and allow your body to heal. And typically we say drink about a cup 3 times a day to help promote your healing for your body. And if you do this, you may see your urine, which used to be clear by 10 o'clock in the morning, you'll see some more color to your urine. And that's just letting you know that, hey, what you're taking is working. It's pulling, it's tugging, it's scrubbing, it's twisting, and it is pulling out what you need pulled out, so that the foods that you're eating are nourishing and giving you back what you need, because we want those organs strong and healthy so that they can function in the manner that they need to be. The adrenals sit on top of the kidney, and that is our blood pressure indicator. When you see your blood pressure numbers, don't panic. Just know that top number is how your adrenals are functioning. That bottom number is how your kidneys are functioning. You cannot have blood pressure issues and not have your kidney affected. High or low, your kidneys are affected. Okay? Oh, okay, Arapika, I like that blend. Chasteberry, milk thistle, and yarrow. That sounds lovely. Now, we have some of the herbs we normally have. You've heard of parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. There's a song there. And that song, we should have all of those in our garden if we could. Or if not, we can have a tincture. So if anything is going on, we can look to that. Holy basil, or tulsi as they call it, is a great adaptogen, one that we need, one that's critical for anxiety, one that's critical to just help our mood overall. It's great as an oil, it's great as a tincture, and then it's also as great as a tea. Now, many of you have heard of echinacea. And it's a beautiful flower, purple and all, and beautiful. But you only need to do echinacea at the onslaught of something. So change of season coming in, you notice how it's getting cooler at night. If you have anything going on that you need to address, start with that echinacea. You only do it at the onslaught of what you're feeling. The minute you're on the downside to healing, stop the echinacea. It's not one you take every day. It's only for a specific time, and you need to use it for what that specific issue at that time, which would be the onslaught of mucus or cough or something not feeling right in your body. Shalom, Amya 1247. Hope you're doing well. And then also we have comfrey. Now, some people say don't, if you have liver issues, don't use comfrey internally. But it's great as a salve. It's great for pain. It's great for joint pain, all the itises and whatnot. It's excellent for the skin. And it's also known as knit bone, and because of its regenerative power. So if you have any issues going on with the bone on bone, or you're trying to get it prevent it from getting to be bone on bone, add that comfrey, get a salve, and start using it. And when you use it, remember, we have our infamous best oil in the world here, castor oil, which is a driver. The linolenic acid in it is a driver. So you put on your salve, and then you put the castor oil on top, and that's going to drive that salve in. Drive it into your body, into the cells, so it can go. Because once the oils, once you use them, they organically know what to do. If they are clean, pure oils, if they are not organic and other things are added, I can't say the same thing. But for organic oils, yes, they do that. Also, that comfrey is good for reducing scars and burns and any dermatological thing you have going on your skin. It's very good for that as well. And we have also catnip, lemon balm, rosemary, red root, which is one I'm really loving. It's something we don't talk about much, but it's great for cleansing the blood. And anything red, associate that with your blood. The kidneys is a red kidney bean. Yes, because remember, all the junk is the lymphatic pulls it out, and then it sends it to the kidney to excrete it out of your body. So red, keep in mind, anytime you see red, you know it's going to help your blood. And if you having any circulation issues, stagnation, you feel swelling, because anytime you see swelling in your body, or feel pain, I should say, that means the blood isn't flowing. And we want good blood flow at all times. All right, so let's move on. Then we also have our next organ, which is supporting our adrenals, which we're talking about. Fright and flight. Here's a recipe that I like to use. Now, with the adrenals, it's kind of funny. I don't know if you all notice, some weeks my voice is great. Some weeks it sounds like it's kind of stressed. That's your adrenals telling you, you need to support me. And this is one that I have used for years. I don't know how many years I've been using this. I prefer fresh squeezed orange juice, but we know where we are, and sometimes that doesn't happen. But we have a grocery store, Aldi's, and I like their orange juice with pulp. And I mix this up. I usually take it to work, have a half a cup at 10 o'clock, and then 1 at 2 o'clock, just to make sure I'm supporting my adrenals. And it's crazy, but you can literally feel it. I used to really feel it in my back, lower back, which makes sense. But you can literally feel it and feel that support, because at 2 o'clock, it's like, okay, it's almost quitting time, but then you have your whole evening ahead of you, the things you have planned at home to do, and you want to be able to have the energy and uh, the energy to do it. And then you also want to have that pep in your step still. You don't want to be dragging. So that, if you could snap a picture of that. I like to open my cabinets and I post these up. I post them up with a little tape, and I have them anytime I want something. I feel I need support. I just open that. I have this, boom, boom, boom. It's there. I don't have to go looking in a drawer, looking on my computer, looking on my phone. It's already there. And we also have these herbs. Then we'll go on. Let's move on to our next one. And of course, our lovely lymphatic system. We learned this year. Ooh, there we go. And you guys, I haven't been outside for a couple of days, and I know that's the issue. Because sunlight and me, we have a symbiotic relationship, and I need my sunlight. So forgive me this evening. It's been an interesting week, and I don't want to give the devil no glory, so I'm just going to say interesting. But we learned about our lymphatic system, how important under our skin, the 3 layers of our skin, this amazing system runs through our body. We have nodes and we have vessels, lymphatic vessels and nodes that we need to turn on and move if we don't exercise daily. If we are not walking or breaking a sweat, we are not doing our system justice. And we learned how to move our lymph. Those are the wonderful herbs you can use for that. Again, the cleavers I'm just loving. But just make sure, mix it up however you want. Chaparral, red root, again, cleansing the blood, because the lymph fluid, actually the lymph fluid is like I want to say clear or maybe a whitish fluid. However, it is pulling everything and moving it along. Therefore, we go to the termini, which is here in our collarbone, and this takes us out of the terminal and takes us back into the terminal. So when you're doing your lymphatic drainage, if you've got sinuses, blockage going on, make sure you get on your touch yourself, because we're afraid to touch ourselves, but we go let people give us stuff to or pay big money to have people touch us, and then you're not getting the same effect. So move your lymph, move the lymph. It's critical to our well-being and our health. I can't stress that enough. And then remember the 7 points that the doctor showed us where to move it. And the one over the navel, up above the navel, I believe that is critical to our belly fat and all that's going on in the gut. Remember that the enemy has studied us very well. They know what affects us and what to do. They've given us the poisons in the processed foods that we're eating and drinking in the grocery store. They've made addictive drinks. They've gotten different food dyes and everything to make us addicted, to make us crave these different foods. And these toxins are causing the dis-ease in our body. So it's up to us to use these natural herbs to remove them so that we have optimal health, because that, more than anything, is our goal. When we meet our Lord and Savior, our body is in the shape that, without everything that they want to take out, what He put in us from the beginning is still there in us. And remember, with the fall and winter season upon us, our lovely herbs that we want to look at is our elderberry, which is best in a tincture or tea. That's our protection. It's antiviral. It boosts our immune system, and it's going to reduce our cold and flu severity of that. We have echinacea, again, anti-inflammatory, and it's great for lymphatic support. Tincture or tea, either one. It's gives us the strength that we need to resist whatever is trying to attack us. Astragalus, I mentioned that earlier. Deep immune tonic. It's an adaptogen and it supports and gives us energy. You can do a tincture, you can do the powder, either one. And then ginger. Ginger, we use a spice, we use it for seasoning. In Thai food, it's used in a lot in um, Asian food. But it's very warming. It's good for our digestion, which we're coming up with our next slide, which we're going to talk about our digestion and all. But again, it is good for that, and it warms us up. If you cold nature, you need to add ginger into your diet, whether it's a tea at night or in the morning throughout the day. My goal this winter is just to have a warming tea on the stove ready at all times if I'm at home. And then, of course, I have a something that I take out with me if I'm or on the road that I can still have a hot drink. Oregano is our number one herb. You all know it kills bacteria, it's antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. It is a must. Thyme is antimicrobial. It's great for lung support. You can steam it as a tea, infused as an oil, excellent. And I really need to do a show all about essential oils because a lot of it is emotional healing too. But between the oregano, the thyme, the parsley, the sage, all of it has its benefits to us. And just because you don't have it as a tea, you can use it to cook with. I cook with my minerals. I use my kelp, my dulse, and those things. I use mustard in my seasoning because that's also good for our heart. We have all these parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Use it in your foods. Cook with it. And when you cook with it, put it in last so you still get its natural, live benefits instead of everything cooked out of it. We also want to make sure everyone has mullein, our lung tonic. All the coughing going on out there, people can't get rid of coughs. Mullein will clear the mucus. It will go deep in there and clear it out. So we want to make sure we're using it because that mucus, too much mucus is going to cause pneumonia, and also it's going to cause blockage or some kind of globule that needs to be or needs to be removed out of your body. Yes. Shamaria, yes. And you have some wonderful blends too, by the way. Also, let's move on to the next one. Let's look at our kidneys. Our kidneys. Our kidneys are so important. Many of us, foods, the kidney bean. And remember we talked about the vagus nerve. You've got some nerve where we had this nerve that it's the seventh cranial nerve. I think it's the seventh one. And it's attached to every organ. When they take out your organs, they don't reattach that. And it's up to us to understand how we need to turn on our vagus nerve after a stressful day. Many of us have very extremely stressful jobs, and we need to turn it off when we leave the office and turn on our vagus nerve. When you're in the car, sing at the top of your lungs. Sing, or gargle, go 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 go. If you're gargling, laugh out loud. That turns on the vagus nerve because the central nervous system is our fright or flight. We either scared or we're running, right? So we need to turn on that vagus nerve to help us. And these herbs here, these teas you can use, all help. And the beauty of it is they have more than one benefit, like Romania, for instance. Romania is amazing on that kidney, but it also helps the liver too. And stinging nettle is a tincture is excellent for everything in the body. It will clean and restore, rebuild the body. Corn silk is excellent. Kidneys, you know, uh, filtering. Corn silk, you eat your corn and you never think that that silk you peel off is good for this, but it's very effective in helping to support those kidneys. Horsetail is even great for your hair, but it also helps the kidneys. It helps the adrenals. I mean, it's wonderful what these things that can do. And if we can chop it up fresh or use the root fresh, cook it in soups, stews, just get it in, because our organs are crying out for help. And we don't want the side effects or the desired effects of the prescription drugs. Shalom, Allison. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. KK, shalom. So we want to use these because these are what nature gave us, and we are in tune with nature. Then I have a wonderful steam blend here for respiratory clearing. Now, we have Vicks. We've used Vicks Vapor Rub for years, but nature gave us one. You can do a steam blend of thyme and mullein and oregano for cleansing the respiratory and clearing out the lungs. Or if you have nasal congestion, remember that when you look at your face, right here around the nose, you have two V-like cavities, and these are what fills up, and that's why you feel nasally or you have the post-nasal drip going on. It's because these have filled up. Your tonsils activated and said, "Oh, I'm getting some kind of junk in me I don't want." But when we lay down at night flat, these things fill up. And therefore, we want to make sure we are moving the lymph again to get it out. But we want something we can put in a pot, put a towel over our head, and just inhale and breathe and let the steam just come into our skin, to our pores, because remember, skin is the largest organ. We're going to breathe that in, and it's going to bring that junk out. We can also infuse honeys. Honey is excellent. There's manuka, there's sourwood. I just bought a bottle of sourwood. I was up in the country this week, and I got some sourwood honey, which is like manuka, it's a healing honey and tastes great. But you can do ginger, lemon balm, make a soothing tea, and that's going to calm the throat, as well as chamomile is an excellent one to calm the throat. Again, these things, get them in your self-care cabinet, not medicine cabinet. We got rid of those. We want our self-care cabinet, and we want these things in it. So when there's an issue or something is off, and family, we're at the point where you can go in a grocery store, you can go into a doctor's office, you can go into the gym, and there's just germs floating in the air you don't even see. And it just takes one. It just takes one to get you, and you got that scratchy throat. So you want to immediately come home. The minute I get in the house, I wash my hands. I don't care what it is because germs are carried. Wash the hands and get to your self-care cabinet. Shalom, my brother. I have to stop and just say shalom to Jeff Davis. He is one of my favorite ox in the Atlanta body. And I love you too, Ark, very much. You are just the salt of the earth and so sincere. And let me get back to what I was saying. But yes, these herbs are going to infuse and help heal your body, which is our goal. Now, we've talked about several organs. Now let's move on to our pineal or endocrine. And you may wonder why I have the endocrine gland, but the endocrine is one of the five that we talked about. But something more here is when you look at the endocrine, we've got the adrenals, we have the parathyroid, right? We've got the pituitary, the pineal, and the hypothalamus, which all has to do uh, with the endocrine, which is our glands, right? Women, we have our ovary glands, right? Men, they have the testicles and the prostate. All of these are the glands. So when we say endocrine, it encompasses all of those. And we want to make sure we have those herbs to support them. Because again, one herb can do many things, but if we have at least some of them in our self-care cabinet, we can address these issues. And so, one thing that I was listening to one of the doctors, I want to say he was in Italy, and they've been studying post-COVID. They've been doing a study, and they've come to the conclusion that when they look at the bodies who have, they go to the morgue and they open up the brain, they see that the pituitary is not working, it's dead. And that didn't sit well with me. I had an issue with that. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Yes, they, with their graphene and everything else they had in there, the mRNA, they want to take away our God gene, which that is our DNA strand. It's connected through our pineal, or you hear them in their religions. They call it the third eye. It's our pineal they're talking about. And if you'll recall, in some other episodes, we talked about boron, how boron gets rid of decalcification, because when the pineal is not working properly, there's calcification on it. And when you hear the word calcification, I want you to think of, remember on the tub, when you have hard water, there's some crustation going on around the tub. Or if you have a teeth and you haven't brushed your teeth and they feel grungy, that's calcification. So we want to make sure we are taking our boron, and you can get it in a dropper. You just put it in your water, it's clear, but it pulls and gets rid of that decalcification and decalcifies the pineal, which it's something we want to do. Heart disease, number one thing, heart disease. And that decalcification, that boron helps decalcify the plaque on the heart, or whatever's going on in the body. It's going to decalcify that. And we need to keep that in mind. The Most High made us to live forever. Therefore, when they say they are killing it, and when I say they, I'm talking general, the enemy, and Satan and all his minions trying to get rid of us by depopulation, uh, we need to remember that the Most High makes it where our body can regenerate. It regenerates. So they may say the pineal is dead, but if we're still here and breathing, we can reactivate, just like the pancreas with diabetes. They say the pancreas isn't working anymore because of the medication and the insulin you take in. But no, the Most High, we can use the natural herbs He's given us to regenerate and get our body working in the order that it should be. It may take a minute. It may be not the easiest road, but I guarantee you the desired effects and the side effects are not there. It's just a healing journey that one has to take. Now let's go on. Oh, Shalom, Beauty Beats. So again, we're talking decalcification here, the endocrine glands. Make sure you have your boron. It's a mineral, and with all minerals, they need to attach to some food. So make sure if it's in your water, you have a squeeze of lemon or lime, and that's enough, or you've eaten and you take that in and drink it. Then we need to go on to the big daddy of all daddies, which is our lovely gut. Yes, our bowels. We have the large intestine and the small intestine. And remember, we talked about supergut and how the importance of the microbiome within our gut, the bacteria, good and bad, is missing. And we are restoring our gut from SIBO and SIFO, SIFO being small intestinal fungal overgrowth, SIBO being small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. We need to restore that with our yogurt, the L-Reuteri yogurt. We have the Yakult drink. That's a probiotic drink, fermented drink from Japan, Dr. Shirota. And you know what? I am seeing some of the stores are not carrying it anymore. I know Walmart has stopped carrying Yakult, and they have an off-brand. It's not the same strain. It's like 40, no, maybe 30 in a container for like $4.44. I'm like, yeah, right. No, we can't do that. But that Yakult in the yogurt is great to restore the sleep. And remember, we need sleep. It's a key component to our healing if we are on a healing journey. We must have good sleep. That Yakult will catch you up real quick if you take the time to make that yogurt. And then also in the intestines, the bowels here, we're talking about the large intestine, small intestine. Aloe vera, aloes. There's a liquid aloe you can take, Cape aloe, or just if you have an aloe plant, cut the spine and fillet it and just blend it up. Make a drink out of it, and you don't even taste it's not even bitter. You can mix it with your regular smoothie, and it goes a long way to help heal the bowels. Also, that gentian root, I do not have that. I'm trying to source it. Slippery elm bark, marshmallow root, excellent for those bowels. Again, impaction. They say if you see somebody with a big belly, all you immediately know they have bowel issues. Don't go on to ask them about it, but you know, looking at them, there's bowel issues. and a gentle, uh, send them to this show. Send them to Naturally You. And we have recipes here that we want to take a look at because these are here for. Yes, Beauty Beats. Great. Lily of the Valley does have a great aloe drink. And I know Sprouts has Publix. Most of your grocery stores may have it. And I know I've seen it at Walmart, but I don't like to buy things like that from there. Then also, let's look at some of these recipes. The kidneys are again tied to our blood pressure, high blood pressure, stress. We want This is an easy drink. I have started making this, and it's simple. A cup of watermelon, a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, a quality olive oil, one lime juiced, and I just Sister Carolyn showed me how to get your limes or lemons much softer. You can take it and roll. I typically roll it on the counter, but if you put it in the microwave for like 5 seconds, it softens it and that juice just comes out. And for me, limes are hard to get juice out of. So that was a great fix for me. But yeah, blend it for 1 to 2 minutes, drink it, and just try to do that every day for 2 weeks. And your kidneys will flush and love you because you're getting the junk out of them. I have been doing the watermelon consistently, and man, my body is loving it. Totally loving it. Now we have an enzyme flush here with the pineapple for anyone who has digestion issues and weight management. It's an easy recipe. Snap a picture of this screen, and then we also have a digestive tonic. Again, easy. It's water, pineapple. You've got lemon, a tablespoon of raw honey, and fresh ginger root. You just blend that all together in a high-speed blender and just drink it. And, if you have digestive issues, and you have digestive issues when you're belching and you've got bloating and discomfort after you eat, typically it takes 20 minutes for the brain to tell the stomach, the belly, it's full. If you're still eating past that and you start, you've got the bloating and stuff afterwards, you know that this is something you need to take care of, and that recipe will work for that. How am I doing on time? I'm actually doing well tonight. This is amazing. All right, and then let's go to our next recipe. We have, actually, I'm trying to get a lot of them in here for you. Again, print them out or put them on index cards, paste them in your self-care cabinet or your kitchen cabinets inside. So if you feel something going on, you need to support it, go ahead. You have it right there. Shalom, Sister Nina, Sister Kim. Welcome. I know y'all have something else you're looking at. It's okay. It's okay. The beauty of it, my producers allow this to replay. So you can go back and check from episode 1 all the way up to this one and catch up if you've missed anything. So on this one, on these two recipes here, we have, let's see. It looks like I have two more recipes, and then I want to make sure you have V Delightful Blends by V's contact information so you can reach out to her and you can make sure you are ready for what's coming this winter. And for those of you going to tabernacles, you may want to have some ready for that because we have those late nights and we hanging out and doing our thing. We think we are still young and we're not getting our sleep, so we want to make sure we have that available. And let's see, I can actually scroll through and see if, oh, Amya, you're going to Tabernacles. Where's that? What part of England? That would be fun, but I bet it's pretty cold, or as they say, bloody cold. I'm sure it would be bloody cold. Okay, so we have an inflammatory beauty broth. Now let me talk. Stay here for a minute. The broth is so good for us. It's really, when I started doing bone broths and these broths, memories started coming back, childhood memories, things you forget about. It snaps it back because why? You feeding the brain and it's getting rid of the inflammation. Remember, if you're dyeing your hair like I was for so long, all of that is inflammation going on in there. So you want to get rid of that inflammation. The broths are an excellent way. Seaweed soups with that good broth in it. These, again, non-invasive healing hacks that you can do. If you do a broth once a week, twice a month, do a seaweed soup. It's excellent. And I like to season it up. Put some pepper in there or put some red pepper flakes. Season it up. That heat is going to help with the circulation as well. And then, oh, I've never heard of Coventry. Have I? I don't think so. And anyway, make sure you have these recipes. And then the one to the right of that, the bone broth, was it's another, what was it, the body cleanse. And you know, a lot of us, we don't know where to start when we say cleanse. This is not going to detox everything out of you and not rebuild your body. These are natural food. If you notice why I chose the word non-invasive, because it's all food. It's herbs from the yard, from the farm, from the grocery. It's all herbs. So you can use these to help heal your body. It's a nice cleanse. What will you see when you're cleansing? Well, you may have to cough up some junk, inflammation. You may see excessive earwax. You may have to blow your nose a few times. You may see, as you have number 2, you may have globules of stuff come out. That's just junk that needs to come out because you don't want that recycling within your body. You want it out of your body totally. And that cleanse also helps with parasites. We have powerful herbs that the Most High gave us, and we want to be able to use them for our benefit as a preventive measure. So if you can, because remember, we have a lot coming at us. The number 1 disease is heart disease. It's magnesium. The heart runs in magnesium. And the calcification happens because of all the processed foods, the high fructose corn syrup and everything that's in a lot of the condiments. And we are people that love our condiments. So we need to make sure we have our hack to get things right. Because there's going to come a day when we can't go and get anything, and it's going to be upon us to actually go check with somebody in the neighborhood or somebody from church or wherever you are in your community, because these things are not going to be available. I hope that was helpful to you all, and I hope many of you already have these things. Again, snap these recipes. It's easy to tape it up inside your cabinet. When you feel like you need a little pick-me-up or you need a little va-va-va-voom, open the cabinet, check and see if you have the items, and make it up if you have a blender. And then our delightful blends by V, Again, everyone who knows her will tell you how delightful she is, as well as her blends, how soothing they are and healing. And she's a wealth of information as far as all the different herbs, what to do with them, what they're used for. So please snap that information, call her, email her. She responds. She has an Etsy site as well, and also a Facebook page for those of you that are on social media. And with that, my darlings, guess what? Sister MJ's time is up. And I thank you once again for sharing an hour with me or whatever time you've shared. I pray that this information has been helpful, resourceful, and that you can use it to help you restore your body or to pick it up if you feel like it's a lagging. As we hit the 30s, we start going downhill if we don't pick it back up. And these are non-invasive, they're healing, it's from nature. And guess what? The Most High gave it to us for our benefit. So therefore, I'm just sharing that information with you. And with that, we've got this knowledge now, so let's use it. The Waters Delightful Blends by V, and I appreciate you for all you share and give us and for taking care of our body so well. And also, Nicole, your wonderful products, Sister Kim, your wonderful products, Beauty Beats, what you bring to us with all your health. I thank you all for giving us this information that we can share. All right. Shalom to you. Much love. Mwah. Heart to heart. And we'll see you next week.
Naturally living every day. Naturally you. Naturally free. Naturally living as God meant to be. Breathe the air that's fresh and pure. Nature's bounty is the cure. Sister MJ shows what's real in every word and every meal. From the mountains to the sea, every breath is harmony. Feel the beat and feel alive. With Sister MJ we thrive. Grains and fruits in every bite. Feel the energy, feel the light. Harmony in every part. Naturally you with all your heart. Breathe the air that's fresh and pure. Nature's bound